Hey y'all, I am getting on here today to tell you about how I fell down on exactly the things I've been talking to you about. Oh, because nobody's perfect. We all need help. And so do I. I've often said, when I'm trying to motivate people about something, I'm doing it to help motivate myself too. So last night, I happened to see some articles about what all was going on in Italy and how severe the coronavirus is there. And I'm 68 years old, so just by virtue of my age, I'm in a very high risk category because for whatever reason, when you're older, you tend to have a much worse outcome if you get coronavirus. Not everybody, but it's a much higher percentage. Now, I'm not a betting person. I don't get into gambling or casinos or anything. Oh, good morning, Charlotte. I see some people are jumping on here to watch. Good morning to y'all, in case I don't see your name. Well, I need to keep in mind that I'm not a gambling person. Do you ever think if you buy a raffle ticket, or I do those sort of things, that, yeah, I'm going to win this one? Or do you think maybe I'm going to win? Well, usually, I figure, I'm probably not going to win. I'll think, well, maybe I will. But, probably not. There's a bazillion people that entered, and, what are the chances of my ticket being pulled? But you never know, right? Well, right now, the death rate for people who are over 60, I believe, maybe it's over 80, is 14%. Anyway, the point is that if I bought a raffle ticket and somebody said, you have a 14% chance of winning, I would still figure, probably not going to win. Well, I'm doing everything I can to protect myself by doing social distancing, okay? I don't go out of the house except to walk in the open neighborhood, where there's other people are not close by. So to me, social distancing is physical separation, but mental community, I can't think of what to call it. I wrote this down earlier. I'm going to go look and see what I wrote down. Mental connection with other people. Anyhow, so, when there's something scary, we have a tendency to think, oh no, what if that happens to me? Okay, let me just find this definition that I wrote down. Oh, good. See where I took my notes? I took them on an envelope and turned it different directions when I ran out of room. I mean, seriously. And don't you know that I cannot find where I wrote this? Okay. Oh, I know. I can't find it because I put it in a text. Oh, good morning, Anna. I put it in a text to my daughter. That's where I wrote it. Anyhow, but yeah, so physical distance, physical separation, but mental connection, okay, mental community. So anyway, all right, I've told you before about how my grandmother, who was born in sometime in the 1880s, or maybe it was maybe 1890, but anyway, long time ago, and consequently she was not very familiar with just the industrial revolution of the 1900s. And she had never flown in an airplane, but she knew that planes could crash. So she would hear about a plane crash, and if anybody that she knew, particularly a relative, was supposed to be flying somewhere, she was sure that was their plane. I mean, she was sure. You know, they didn't have the lottery back then, but I wonder if she would have been sure that she was going to win if she bought a ticket, because that's kind of how she looked at airplane things. But my point is that when something is frightening to us, oh, hey, Holly, Tara, some other people watching, I can't see all the names, so say something if you're there. When there's something scary, we tend to think the worst. So last night when I was reading about all these, terrible things in Bergamo, Italy, all the funerals and everything and cremations and blah, 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 all the obituaries in the newspaper. And I thought, here I am, I'm in an at-risk group, and without my realizing it, it just brought up anxieties, and I had thoughts like, in a month or two, I could be dead. Or, as they discover more, like they're finding out that babies can get it, and, and blah, 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 on and on. And you know what I did? First, I started off, it was late at night already. It was maybe 10:30, and I was kind of hungry. So I ate some cabbage with some light mayo on it. I love raw cabbage. That's one of the things I discovered since I took off a lot of weight and started, have been eating healthy and all. Love red and green cabbage raw. Anyway, and then I went on and I had a hard-boiled egg. And then I had one of my healthy fuelings, meal replacements that I use on my healthy lifestyle program. And then I had another, and I had another. I don't really know how many I had. I'm not going to look in the trash can and count wrappers. But you know what it was doing? It was doing what food used to do for me, and I used to fall into the habit of. Oh, hey, Liz. I used to eat if I was upset or scared or depressed, and it would make me feel good physically. Oh, it was good in my mouth, and I felt full in my stomach, and it had a calming reaction. I mean, I was brought up that, if something's bothering you, you eat, and that'll take care of it. And what happened last night, I was so kind of shaken up by the stuff I read. And, even though I've dealt with so many areas of anxiety in my life, there's still plenty to deal with. But where there's life, there's hope. And, okay, so I really, in a sense, fell off the wagon last night. And this morning I got up, and my daughter and I were talking, because as you know, I'm a health coach. And she's my health coach. So we were talking, and she said, have you been getting in touch with people? Because there's no better time than now. People are really aware of their health, and you have what can help them to get more healthy. And I mean, like, for some people, if finances has been an issue, our system is not just about buying the fuelings to lose weight, but it's a whole system that involves health in every area of your life. And also, we teach you how to eat regular food. So the system is useful for anybody, not just people who want to lose weight. There are people who get on it and follow our habits of health, and they lose weight just because they have changed their lifestyle, and it affects their whole family. Well, anyway, she was saying, right now a lot of people have a lot more time to think about this. In the past, sometimes, oh, hey, Fran. Sometimes I would talk with people and they say, I really don't have time to even think about this right now. I'm just too busy, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Phyllis. But I said to her, well, I don't know, if somebody says they're not interested or whatever, I don't know, I sort of take it like personal rejection. And she said, Mom, they're not rejecting you personally. they have a right to say, I just don't want to do this. But the point is, Mom, you have all kinds of keys. Hey, Mary Jo, you have all kinds of keys to help people. Don't just, get into your own feelings about this. And see, part of my feelings were left over from last night when I was, depressed and down and anxious and everything. And I said to my daughter, I think I need to structure my days a little bit more. I need more of a routine. I retired a little over 2 years ago, and I've kind of been bouncing around doing this and that. One of the things I was doing is I was going to the local, to Valdosta State University and doing learning and retirement courses. I've been taking courses and all kinds of interesting things. Oh, they're all canceled, I mean, they don't even do that online because they're having to do all their other regular, for credit courses online. Anyway, I'm kind of going on here, but here's my point. I need to get a hold of my thoughts and say, wait a minute. Just stop all of this. Oh, I'm depressed. Oh, people don't seem to be interested in what I'm interested in. And, I can help them, but they don't seem to see that. Well, you know what? I know I can help them. I mean, you look at my picture in that little circle at the top of my Facebook page, and you'll see how it helped me and my daughter and so many other people. There's an album on my Facebook page called Transformations, and you can look through all the pictures there. Whoa, amazing. But the point is that I do have all kinds of things that can help people get healthy. I know I do. People have more time to think about their health now and to work on it. And I need to, one, get a hold of my thoughts and emotions, kind of like, the dope slap. Come on. Just be practical here. Get a life. And it's not enough, though, to shake myself out of that depressing feeling and everything. I need to have a plan, okay? Well, what my plan is, I am going to structure my day. This morning I didn't get up when I usually do. I didn't set my alarm. I just kind of slept in. Why? I was kind of depressed. I didn't get out of my nightgown for a while. Then I thought, no, I need to get dressed. By the way, this is a LuLaRoe top that I got from Liz Horvitz, who's on here right now. I love it. She picks out great things for me. Anyhow, yes, Mary Jo says, getting outside and getting fresh air, that does help you feel better. Absolutely. And I do that every day. I take at least a mile walk, if not more. But I need a structure to my day. So I am going to figure that out. And you know how very often I've said, okay, you need to not just think about stuff, but do it. Well, I have coach training a couple times a week. So while I was listening to the training, because they're live trainings, on the internet, while I was listening this morning, do you know what I did? I'll show you. Okay, now for those of you who saw the video last week, you saw. Now I still have some stuff to clean off, but a lot more cleaned off surfaces than what I had last week, right? You can actually see tabletops. And, okay, now, in my bedroom, I still need to vacuum, and I have shoes to put away. But I've put away all the clothes that were sitting there, and all the clothes that were sitting here. I've got to make my bed. Don't look there. Okay, so I'm getting surfaces really cleaned off. I did that while I was listening to my training. And, I'm the kind of person that sometimes I wait for inspiration to strike. But when it comes to housekeeping, inspiration rarely strikes me. So I said to myself, okay, I'm listening to this training. I am going to get this cleaning up and straightening up done. I'm going to start now. And I would have vacuumed in my bedroom, except I wouldn't be able to hear the training then if I was vacuuming. I'm going to do that when I get off of here. But anyway, so I want to tell you, like I have experienced, I feel like the full round of things here, I was doing well. Then I heard some things that made me upset. And then I totally, kind of fell back into old habits and used eating to comfort myself. And then I got some help. I talked with my daughter, and she kind of, over the phone did that for me. Actually, we did like what is it, where you can see each other, Facebook Live or whatever it is. No, you know what I mean. It's like a Skype thing. I don't know what all these things are called. Anyhow, and then I started acting by doing the cleaning up during my training, and I'm going to sit down now and make myself a schedule, a routine. Oh, hey, Christine. And I just wanted to suggest that if you're having problems with a sort of specific anxiety or free-floating anxiety over the stuff that's going on, one, you do not need to listen to the news every day. And if you do want to keep up on things, go to the CDC website, Centers for Disease Control, cdc.gov, or go to Johns Hopkins website. Those are two reputable ones. And then get off. Don't put the TV on. Don't ask Alexa to play the news. Oh, Alexa.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Stop, Alexa. Alexa, stop. Got to be careful what I say around here. Oh, hey, Dolores. Anyhow, so I forget where I was at, but I've got a plan. I'm going to follow it. So, my goal is to be more productive, to offer health options to more people, and to keep myself in a positive frame of mind. That's my goal. But in order to reach it, I have to have a plan, a strategy, steps to follow. And I need to concentrate on the process of doing those steps, and then the goal will happen eventually. Already I'm feeling better just talking to you guys. And my little accountability group, you saw how I've already done quite a bit of straightening up and cleaning in the house. So maybe you can post in the comments what kind of stuff you're doing. Oh, hey, Doris. Doris is in Ireland. And, what are you doing to keep busy? Or what kind of new thing are you starting because now you have time, or your location has changed and you're at home more, or whatever it is. Okay, I hope I haven't just bored you silly, because I just kind of shared my life, uncensored. All right, God bless you all. And hey, if anybody is interested in working on their health, get in touch with me, okay? I really love to do that because it's made such a wonderful difference in my life. God bless.